So last summer, I started sharing posts about the Stop Line 3 movement, which is a pipeline in Minnesota that's owned by Enbridge, which is a Canadian oil company. They were breaking Indigenous treaties and just being all kinds of abusive. Some of you might remember when I shared this article last year, oil company official overseeing crackdown on pipeline resistance cut teeth at Amazon and Exxon. The article then goes over many of the tactics that he uses in order to crack down on Indigenous resistance. But it essentially sums up something that it turns out to be very industry standard as far as practices in the oil industry. Others know me for my posts about the Catholic-run Indian schools in the United States. This school mentioned here, St. Joseph's Indian School in South Dakota, with an extensive history of abuse, remains open in South Dakota, still using Indigenous children in order to get millions of dollars in donations every year. Here's the business information. Congregation of Priests of Sacred Heart. Here we are with their registration, principal office, this address in Italy. Oh, look at that. They are owned by the Catholic Church. And then I started doing more digging, and I found out how many ties the Catholic Church has to the fossil fuel industry. And it's not just the Catholic Church, it's multiple churches where former executives are taking up positions within the church. It happens all the time. A lot of times they are handling the church's investment portfolio and directing them in investments in fossil fuels. Then there's also the encouraging of individual members to invest in fossil fuels. Everywhere I follow the money, it just keeps coming back to fossil fuels or the church. Both of them actively profit off of Indigenous pain and erasure. Yeah. If you've hung out in this video for this long, thank you so much. There is a bill that is meant to address the residential school policies here in the United States. And here's a resist bot to send letters to your representatives encouraging them to support this. Also, the site gofossilfree.org has an entire section on divesting from the Vatican. I am doing my best to approach this from all directions.